For me, I'd do a single. Let's use me as an example here. So I'd find an RPE9 single across the board. I would look for a lactate threshold test. I'd look for a low intensity test, so an aerobic efficiency test across sort of 30 to 45 minutes. I would establish my FTP, and I would establish a sort of baseline pace for a 1.5 to 2 kilometer swim. And then I compare that to a 100 meter, 200 meter interval time, something like that, in the knowledge that those could get closer and closer as time went on. So once I'd have those baseline metrics, it would be a case of understanding the let's say I'm coming into this new, so I haven't already done this before, but it would then be a case of understanding the interaction between the heavier lifting and the endurance side of things, because it can be quite variable. So what I found from my training was it was almost a 1 week on, 1 week off in either direction, strength or endurance. So 1 week my squats would feel fantastic. And then I'd go into the rest of the week on my endurance stuff and feel like I'd been hit by a bus. And then I'd come into the following Monday and I couldn't break the floor with 75% of my 1RM deadlift. And then the rest of the week I'd be absolutely flying on my feet. My brick would feel like I could have gone forever. It was funny in that sense. So what I found was I basically worked in a 2 week max intensity cycle almost. Mm. So we basically took my training max down to 90% of that RPE9 single and then worked there. So all my reps were always moving well and moving smoothly. And we know that I respond really well to a taper. So that just means I just have to condition myself to some top end singles nearer the time so that neuromuscularly I could make that connection and get rid of that, oh God, this is heavy feeling that you get.